Because you know,
She like say smile like hey.
yes, you know that thumbnail be looking extra crazy when you go live and your face is like, am I live yet? Am I live? Am I live? What's up, people?
First of all, I'm over here with splotches on my face. Mine gonna look crazy anyway. You know you gotta moist. You gotta put sunscreen anyway.
Yes, put some protect the skin, brown
Protect the
skin.
skin.
If you are watching this, brown skin matters and brown
Oh
skin
my
does burn.
god,
Okay.
it does.
Yeah. So if you're watching us, drop a comment. Let us know that you're watching us. Let us know that you can hear us, see us, all that good stuff. We're about to have some fun today. As you can see, this is like us behind the scenes, me sitting out on the deck. This is Donna doing her behind the scenes of getting ready for the day. Hey, Lenidra.
Ready? Getting ready, ready.
Somebody said y'all are so honest and true to who we are. That is, look, at this point, we don't know who else to be. We
I've
don't
tried
know.
being other people. I did not do a good job at it.
Yes. Look, I try to be some another version of myself. I ain't do a good job. So at this
Right?
point, it
That
can't
part.
be else but you. Hey, what's up, Doug? What's up, Face? If you're coming in as a Facebook user, that means we can't see your name. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Nicole. What's up? You supposed to be vacationing, but like she probably like this is a vacation.
This
So
is a
what's up?
vacation.
What's up? What's up? What's up? So we're gonna chat today about kind of behind the scenes of the process that we go through at FyreSavvy of creating a really cool offer for not just serving our clients, but also to attract our dream clients into our world. But before I guess we dig into that, I'm gonna introduce Donna because that's how we do. So Donna, St. Louis, but I call her Donna because I mean she's like Madonna. Like you could just or Beyonce, you could just say one name, right? But Donna is co-founder of FyreSavvy, founder of Fire Brand, and founder of $2 million tech business. And what she does is she's a visionary of FyreSavvy. She comes up with these amazing ideas. She has a really unique ability to be able to see clients and then be able to like say, here I see you in like 5 years doing this, I see you in a year doing that, and then be able to translate that into today's terms so that people can make money. So that's what she's super great at: messaging, sales, superstar, as well as visionary and co-founder of FyreSavvy.
Hey girl,
Hey.
hey. Chanel and people also call me the doctor of ed snatching, and they call Chanel the mean coach, which I think okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I came up with Chanel being a mean coach because I was like, y'all ain't gonna just be talking about me. Anyway, Chanel, my dear friend and co-founder, um, Chanel Evans, not only did she run $3 billion in projects, Chanel is the implementation goddess of FyreSavvy. So while I might be sitting there and going, here is the big, hairy, audacious idea,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what this is what I can envision, this is what I see, this is how it works in the marketplaces, and I can put all of that and I can put it on paper and we can write it down. Like last night, one of the things that I thought was great was we're like, hey, how do you, craft your big viral promise and how do you make it rock? And then people are like, okay, one lady's like, well, what does Chanel do? I'm like, oh, Chanel gonna tell you all the places to put it and how you're gonna get it to work and the 850 million ways to use it. I'm gonna give
Right.
you the tool. Chanel gonna tell you the 850 million ways to use the tool to get to the money that I said that you're gonna make with that tool, right? So
Mm-hmm.
she's like, no. And then what I love is Chanel will be the first one to come back and be like, why are you reinventing the wheel? Didn't we already do this? You supposed to use this here, 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 and here. And I'm like, see, I told y'all. She come back to me a lot of times and say, hey, you supposed to use this here, 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 here,
Uh,
here, here.
uh,
100%.
Look,
Wait, I got to get a cord. I'm here, but I got to get a cord.
I just saw Dr. Bonnie threw a little bit of shade out there. She said, just to be clear, Donna is the mean coach too. So I
Oh,
mean, that was shade on both of us.
that
The two,
was.
the two O O, the TOO. Donna
Right.
is the
In
mean coach
addition,
too.
in the addition to, FYI.
Kimberly Braxton Brower wants to know what product are you putting on?
I'm putting on, I am on Wait, I just had it in my hand. It's actually oh, it's in my drawer. This is what I was putting on my face right here.
Yes, I love that product.
Right? Black girl sunscreen, make it a hybrid SPF 50. Right? People always are asking me like, what do I put on my skin? Honestly, sunscreen.
Yes, I love that product. We sh
Sunscreen.
hey, Black Girl Sunscreen, if y'all watching, we would love to for y'all to
Right.
partner with us on some of our
And
things.
and then what we give to our clients, and at night what I put on my skin is this kava.
Mm, mhm.
We give this actually to our clients when they come to Unmastermind.
Yes.
That kava skincare stuff is crazy.
It's
And
really
she has
nice.
this pumpkin scrub. I use a pumpkin scrub just about every day, and it really does smooth
Mhm.
out your skin. It's so good.
It is
So
nice.
good. Hmm.
Yeah, it is nice. So we got a few people tuned in. We're gonna chat today about offers,
Yep.
creating a really cool offer, but not just cool from like a sexy standpoint, but like cool that it really serves our client base and attracts and is attractive and feels a need for our dream clients as well.
Right. And that's the big thing, right? I think that what you just said, because sometimes people put these offers together because they're like, ooh, I really like this and I think it would be a good idea. And it
Hmm.
sounds good, but they don't really have anything for it to like their client never asked for it. Their client didn't have a need for it. Their client didn't even really want it, but they're like, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, but are you though?
Yeah.
Are you?
Or what we sometimes will see, we saw this actually in one of our master classes. People know
Hmm.
that you're great at all of these skills, right? So then they come to you, well, can you help me do launch my book? Or can
Right.
you help me, start my business? Or can you help me, whatever? And then you're like, well, I have clients. And I'm like, okay, well, what do they come to you for? Well, I don't know. They come to me for this, 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 and this. So one of the things I know we're really big on before you even come up with that offer, in addition to doing something that serves your client, is being clear on your expertise, right?
Right, exactly. Well, let's jump into that, Chanel. Let's jump into. By the way, I'm going back and forth because I had to get water. Um, okay, wait. Let me be more clear.
Let's get the real behind the
Let's
scenes.
get. So I had to go and I had to wet my sponges because all my sponges were dry, and I
Mm.
needed water for my brush. So that way I'll be like, why is she going back and forth? And I had to get power for my cable so y'all don't be like, and her iPad died. See, we're not gonna have any of that.
All the things on a
Right, you're
Friday
not
morning.
gonna have all of this. Okay. I have a whole day to get ready for because I have videos. Well, maybe I don't have
Maybe.
to do any video today because I have videos to do. I have places to go, I have people to see, have fabulousness to put out in the world. Anyway.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So, yeah, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about clear expertise before you even get started.
Well, no, wait. Before that, let's talk about why we came up with the offer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, big
Right.
time.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
big.
Like, wait, let's go back. Right. So why did we come up with this offer? You want to go?
Yeah. So one of the things that we do very well, we know our clients' businesses kind of inside and out. So if you're brand spanking new to like FyreSavvy world, we are a whole community. And our clients come to us when they want to accelerate, grow, scale their coaching, service based or agency model business, and they come to us with a level of expertise. They come to us, usually they're very clear on their ideal client or need some tweaks, but they're usually somewhat clear on their ideal client. But some of the gaps that we see sometimes in our clients, because we get to know our clients, Donna and I, we spend a good amount of time with our clients, we know them very well, and the way that we've built the community, our insiders, what we call our clients, they get to know each other very well as well. So we get to hear what people want, we get to hear where they're stuck, we get to hear what they need. And we found that there was a need for this particular product or
Yep.
service, rather. One thing that I love, Donna, that we also do very well is we make it kind of a safe space. Has now become, I think, a very overused term, but we make
Right.
it a very safe space for people to like raise their hand and say, yo, like I've tried this and it didn't work. What can you help me
Well,
fix?
and let's talk about that. I think people say safe space, And because the coach feels safe, they think the space is safe. But quite honestly, it's not that it's not about us feeling safe. It's about our clients feeling safe to be able to speak up, and not just be able to speak up. That's not fair. That they
Mhm.
actually do speak up, and then they speak up and go, no, no, no. And they don't just speak up to us. They speak up to everybody. They're like, if I'm having this problem, other people might be having this problem too.
Yep, yep, exactly. So Cynthia said that's so true. So yeah, so Fireside, we've done a really good job of like curating and making that space safe, even though I want to come up with a new word for safe space. But this particular offer that we created, which we're calling the Fire Savvy Summer Camp, is not only for our insiders, although our insiders are going to take this, run with it, make a ton of money with it, but
Right.
our dream clients is going to fill a gap. So let's dig into the Fire Savvy
And
Summer
our
Camp.
our insiders are the people who told us in so many words, is talking about that safe space, like, I need this.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like, yo, this is what, not just individually, like, hey, you know what, it seems like that person is running into that and that person is running that and I'm running into that too. And we're like, okay, we need to put
Pause.
together an accelerator to solve this problem. Because while we're all, so here's the thing, it's not that we weren't solving it, we were
Mm-hmm.
solving it a week at a time.
Right.
And what they really were saying was like, so what we would solve in week one would be connected to week two, which would be connected to week three. But by the
Mm-hmm.
time we got to week four, they were like, oh, this connects to week one.
Yeah.
Right. and
Yeah.
so and so we're like, okay, wait a minute. While we're creating this cohesive path, and we know that it's a cohesive path, do our clients get that this is a cohesive path? Because if they're not, then it doesn't matter that me and Chanel know the answers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter that you and I know. It matters that
Right.
our clients see that this is all working together. So we're like, okay, how do we create a true accelerator? So all that stuff that we're giving them over all that time, they get it,
Yep.
that foundational stuff they need.
Yep. The other thing that we were starting to see, not only with our insiders, but for our dream clients, our ideal clients, people that we know will kill it in their business. They are out, they're badasses, they are powerhouses, they will kill it, but they're missing a fine tuning in their messaging. They're
Yep.
missing having like a solid kind of like framework. They're missing being like very sharp and clear and concise in how they attract their ideal clients with their expertise. And so we're like, okay, how do we put together this summer camp in a way that really builds a gap with our insiders,
Yep.
and then is also a perfect place for our dream clients, our future insiders to be like, yeah, I needed this. My business is really, I was in the middle of a pivot with my agency, or I had reached a plateau in my revenue and I was trying to get to consistency, or I was having difficulty being able to create messaging around this new offer. So we put together this 3-day accelerator,
Yep.
is starting June 20th. But you know how Fire Savvy do. We actually launch it before you start, right? So the way that we work is the minute you say yes, you get to work pretty
You
much.
in. Like, let's
Yeah,
go.
from a mindset standpoint, from an energy standpoint, from a tactical standpoint, from now you have the eyes and ears of the community and Donna and I with you. So it's a 3-day accelerator, June 20th, 21, 22nd.
Yep.
And here is the part that I want to make sure y'all really, really hear loud and clear. It's virtual, y'all. So don't say that I can't come because my kid has soccer camp, or
Yep.
I can't come because I have client meetings that I can't miss, or I can't come because, and then we add all those can't, right?
Oh
You know what I mean?
Lord, girl.
Add all those can't. Or wait, I'm an introvert. Deanna and I were literally just talking about this yesterday. I'm an introvert, so I can't come.
That's
Or
my favorite one.
that's the new buzzword, I think. That's the
That
new
is
buzzword
that's
for
the new bullshit excuse.
yes.
Like, y'all can call it buzzword. I'm gonna call it what it is. That's the new bullshit excuse. I
Yes.
can't come because I'm an introvert. I'm like, y'all know people who are introverts actually do go out. I've seen them go out. And I'm an ambivert, which means I have very introverted tendencies. Y'all just don't want to give me credit for my tendencies. That's all.
Exactly. But that's because we don't see the introversion side. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
if you are introverted, we don't see that part of it. But
Right.
anywho, so yes, the summer camp is virtual. It's a 3-day experience, not 3 full days, but 3 power packed sessions throughout the day. And the things that we know that our insiders have been missing or want to be able to strengthen is really, to be honest, the same thing that we're seeing in our timeline. Same thing that we're seeing in our timeline. You're in the middle of pivoting, to a new offer. You are ready to scale at, you have an agency and you're like, okay, I'm at, 400K. I'm trying to scale. You're at, let's say 90,000. You're like, okay, I just need some fine tuning in my messaging to get to that 6 figure mark. And this virtual 3 days. And so here's some of the things that we're going to be talking about during those 3 days, and not just talking about, because if y'all have been to any of our master classes, have
We
been
don't
to any
talk.
of our unmasterminds, any of our retreats, y'all gonna do a lot of the talking. So
Yep.
who said they're gonna be joining from the beach of Jamaica? Yes, that must be Tracy. That must be Tracy.
That
She
must be Tracy.
joining from the beaches of Jamaica. Yeah, so virtual, you can attend from anywhere. So we're gonna really help you nail your niche. Not, okay, this is who I work with and this is what they come to me for. No, who is your dream client from a
Right.
informational standpoint? What do you help them do from a point A to point B? We're gonna help you nail your niche.
Well, wait, let's back up.
Yep.
Let's back up. So I want to make sure that we're talking about like why we developed this, right?
Yeah, let's
Because
get into it.
let's talk about that a little bit. So here's the thing. So let's start with the first part before we even go into nailing your niche, the
Mm-hmm.
messaging, right?
Mm-hmm.
People's expertise. People are so brilliant. Women are so brilliant that it's really hard for them to figure out what their true brilliance is. And so they end up doing like all the things. We were talking to a wonderful woman last night who's a doctor, and
Mm-hmm.
she's just like, I do this. And then she's like, and I do all of this for all of these people all over the place. And it's all of that. And we're like, that's too much, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's brilliant,
Mm-hmm.
but it's too much.
And the
And
hard
because
part
it's
is that because she has clients, it's almost like one of those, well, what have I been doing wrong? Because apparently I'm getting
right.
clients.
Oh, that's the thing that we hear a lot, by the way. That is very common. Like, you're telling me I'm wrong. This is what I think they hear us saying, and I'm not saying that they're wrong, but they think I'm saying, you're telling me I'm wrong, but I have these clients. And I'm
Right.
like, I'm not saying that you're wrong because you have those clients. What I'm saying is that it's going to be very hard for you to grow and scale
Mm-hmm.
because you haven't chosen. So yes, you can work with a multitude of clients, but are you working with the clients that you really want to work with and consistently getting results across the board? And can you communicate those results? That's
Right.
the problem. People can't really communicate it. They're
Yeah.
stuck.
Yep. And which we found that, there are people that have the clients that come to them for a number of things, but then when it's like, okay, well, what transformation do they get? They're stuck.
It's vague. It's so vague. It's like, well, they're better. And I'm like, that's a requirement.
Right. Or
Well,
reaching
I
their
work with their mindset. That's a requirement. Like your mindset is a requirement. Like these are all requirements. I'm trying to figure out like what you actually do for them. And they can't communicate it. And it doesn't mean that they're not doing the right thing. It's that they're doing too many different things for too many people,
hmm
you know?
Yep. So narrowing down the expertise for sure
Yep.
is huge. We don't see it as much with our insiders because by the time they've gotten through a mastermind, they're somewhat clear, but we do see
Hmm.
it on our timeline. So narrowing down the expertise for
And
sure.
making sure that you have clarity in that expertise. Like
Yeah,
you're really,
absolutely.
really clear on it.
Super clear. And that doesn't mean that you're out getting all the certifications, but that you have a proven expertise.
Oh my God.
Not
Can we talk about
been
that?
through some stuff. And
Can
I'm
we
gonna
talk
now
about
teach
that?
you how to get through your trauma and all that other stuff. But
Can we
anywho,
talk about that though? Can we talk about that for real? I was talking to a lady the other day, and again, she's a doctor. She has a
mhm,
DR. She's a doctor. She went
mhm.
to she went to I think she went to Harvard actually.
Oh wow.
And yeah, like she's a doctor. And she's like, yeah, so I was gonna get another I was gonna go get this certification so I can have my favorite word, credibility.
You have a whole
You got a
doctor.
whole doctor and Harvard in
Wow.
your name, sis. Yo, when people say is imposter syndrome real,
Mhm.
she thinks she needs other people to validate that she's amazing. She has a doctorate
Wow. From Harvard.
from Harvard. Yeah, yeah,
That yeah.
that part. Like,
That
just take a moment. Right.
part.
Right. We don't, I don't need you to go get another certification. I really don't. I need you to communicate what you do better.
Yeah. So, yeah, so being clear your expertise. Let's talk about the
Yes.
dream client piece of it.
Yes. Oh
dream
my God.
dream and ideal client piece. We do see that our insiders try and sway a little bit on this insight on this ideal client, dream client. Can I work with everybody? But this is who comes to me, and we definitely see it with our timeline.
Hmm.
So I know you are super big on the difference between dream client, ideal
And
client.
ideal. Yes. Yes. Dream client is somebody who is like, no, seriously, like you would sleep with them in a house for 3 days. You want to work with them. You love them. You're probably going to have a long-term 5-year relationship with them. This is not a 5-minute thing. These are people you like. You love, 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 love them.
Hmm.
Everything about them is that you're going to help them grow. And here's one way to really think about your dream client, especially if you're a coach, is many ways your dream client is probably going to be duplicating you.
Hmm.
Right. Like that's one of the bigger things. Your dream client is probably going to do a lot of duplication of what you're doing. And it
Hmm.
makes it so much easier for you to work with them.
Yep.
Your ideal client and your dream client is not only going to tap into your signature product, they're probably going to grab that signature product at a higher level.
Yep. I hope y'all picked up what she was putting down. So your dream client is more likely to work specifically with you. Think of your signature offer. Think of, hanging out with you at a retreat, hanging out with you in your one-on-one coaching, hanging out with you in a
Hmm.
very intimate, level from a group coaching standpoint. Your ideal client is someone who's going to buy a product from you. Uh,
Yes.
and it's not that you pick one or the other because you want both, you need both, but just so that
Hmm.
you have clear distinction on when we're talking about dream client versus ideal client and creating an offer around them, you just got to be clear on the difference between the two and who specifically you are creating the offer for so
And
that you,
your ideal client can one day become a dream client. Let's just be
yeah.
clear on that.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. And they can jump, right? Sometimes people are like, well, I'm going to have this person buy the master class and then they're going to do this and then they're going to do that. Sometimes people come right in at the dream client level. So
Yep.
they can jump levels.
Absolutely. We see that a lot.
Yep. You got Michael Bentley throwing a little shade talking about the Lion King when you had your lines in your face. Be nice on Friday
It's all gonna come together. It's all gonna come together. I know it looks like a hot mess now.
Megan said, so your offer is going to be different for your ideal and your dream client. That's a really good question. I lost Donna, but yes, that's a really good question. So Megan, so your dream clients are going to be the offers may be the same, but depending on how they work with you may be different. So let's say, for example, you have a membership. The membership is included in your high intimacy group coaching program. Your dream client may be attracted to the group coaching program. They know that they get one-on-one access to you. They know they have one-on-one access to your community. But then your ideal client may only get to see you through the membership. They don't have as
Right,
much touchy feely with you.
right.
Somewhere your video went away, Donna.
I know that. I saw that, but it's back.
Okay.
Wait, is it back?
Mm-mm.
It's not back?
No.
I can see you perfectly. Okay, let me see. Hold on.
And Dr. Bonnie, your ideal client might become your dream client. That doesn't necessarily always happen that way, but don't feel like that they cannot or that they will. Sometimes your ideal client only works with you at like the product level, and then they may not ever ascend up and be your dream client.
My back. Is my
No,
is
your
my
voice
video
is
back?
back though. No.
Really? Because I see you and I see
You
me
see me?
seeing. Yeah,
Let me see if I
I see you seeing me. I see you shaking your
mm-mm.
head. I see me right here. Does anybody else see me, or is it just Chanel? Because if it's just a Chanel issue.
Yes, please.
Does
Please
any
tell me if you can see, because I
yeah, please
cannot. So if I
I
can't and everybody else can, that's a different problem.
yeah, I'm like, I see you. I see you. I see all
Um,
of you.
she said, like, they are really. Lisa said that you want us to see the big reveal.
Wait, y'all can't see me for
They
real?
cannot. This is so funny. The comment section is really funny. No, we cannot see you. We can hear you. Mint
What is
might be
happening?
typing so fast. So Deanna said yes. Access is an important factor with your ideal client, your dream
Okay,
clients.
I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah. So when you're thinking about like crafting your offer for your ideal client, for your dream client, your ideal client is more likely gonna have a different level of access. They're gonna have access to more like your products, your membership base. They don't necessarily have as much access as they do to you or your team. Now we see her. All right. The tech is teching this morning.
Yeah, it is. So
She
you know
said,
what? Everybody can
Cynthia
go.
said she was learning how to do makeup.
Right. Thank you, Cynthia. Listen, this is double duty. So if y'all are wondering, wait, let me go back. I used Mac
Hmm.
for the lines, and this is called the snatch contour. And wait, and then I use Mac for the contour. That's all we at really. Oh,
Yeah.
and I'm using Fenty and Mac combo for the foundation. You're
Yeah, really
welcome.
funny.
Okay.
These comments, they were really into the makeup part.
Okay.
I don't know if they pay any attention to dream or ideal client, but they all
Right.
into the makeup.
They're like, how is she doing that?
Yes. Leanna said it's the contour for her.
It's all about to come together. I just want
Yes,
y'all to know that.
it is all about to come together. So yeah, so ideal client, dream client. So we talked about being clear on the expertise. We're talking about really nailing your niche. If you just tuned in, well, this is behind the scenes, clearly behind the scenes, clearly,
We all the way
clearly,
behind the scenes.
we all the way behind the scenes. We're chatting about creating a really
Well,
cool
I just want y'all to know this is
offer.
the new thing. If Chanel called me and say, "quote You ready to go live?" I'll be like, "I
Okay,
guess so. Let's go." So now she's gonna have to be more specific about what ready
yes,
means because I'll be like,
and not only that, what time of the day I pick.
right, right, yeah. Oh, am I ready? I'm ready. I'm gonna do my makeup, but I'm ready. I got shit to do today.
Shannon said she was definitely distracted by the makeup, but she heard it all. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So,
Well, you see the different look. See,
mhm,
okay, all right. So it's coming together, y'all. Quit tripping.
yes,
Okay, go.
it's hard. It's hard not to be distracted, be into the makeup, listen and listen to Chanel clearly.
We got y'all covered.
Yes,
There will be a test on this, so you better be paying attention.
yes. Pay attention, please. It's gonna show up one way or another. So,
All right.
right.
All
All
right.
right.
So
So,
ideal client. So
I
well, let's talk about this. So now you have your expertise, right?
do.
And
Hmm.
you're like, okay, this is what I'm good at. And then on top of that, you have some high level messaging. In other words, what is the good that I bring to the world? All right. So now we have these two things nailed down. Let's go to the third thing. Now you go, okay, this is who I am. This is the good I bring to the world. This is my messaging. You know what I can do with this? I can take this messaging and Chanel gonna tell you all 850 places you can put it. Go ahead, Chanel.
Bing, 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 bing. Little spear fingers is like glitter. Once you give me your message, I like pop it around like glitter, right? So in your
Right.
profile. So here's the thing. So when we talk about your messaging, super clear on your ideal client or dream client, you're clear on your expertise. When somebody peeks at your feed, when they go and take a look at your profile, they got to be very clear on like just three things. It sounds basic, but a lot of times people overthink this. They got to be really clear just from scrolling if you can do three of these things, right? They got to believe in your expertise. So you scrolling, somebody refers somebody to you, right? Now you have scrolled long enough to see that Donna is an expert at makeup, but you also probably can scroll and see that she's an expert at like business acceleration and business growth, right? So somebody has to believe in your expertise real quick by looking at your feed. They also got to believe in that you believe in your ideal client. So how do you know if somebody believes in their ideal client? Because they've taken the time to target them, they call them out, they share stories about their clients, they're not afraid to create a niche, they're not afraid to repel their dream client. They share
Go back,
testimonials from
go
their
back,
to the
go
repelling
back.
part. But I
Whoo,
want to
let
help
the
everybody.
repel.
I
Oh
just
my
want to help
God.
everybody. I can't help everybody.
Can we talk about this one time, please? Because this drives me nuts. I'll say, so who's your ideal client? They'll go, visionary leaders who care about their people. And
Passion,
I'm
right?
like,
They want to have more
they're
impact.
passionate, they care about their people. I'm like, tell me one visionary that's gonna walk up and say, I can give a shit about these motherfuckers. I don't care where this business is going, and I don't want to make an impact.
Right.
None of them. So now you just added all these words for no reason, because
Yeah.
every leader thinks they're a visionary leader who cares about their people, who's going to make an impact. They all. So now you're just saying all leaders. You have actually not niched down. If you're going to add these descriptive words, make them matter.
Yeah, make them matter. So yes, being very clear on the ideal client, but not being afraid to repel. The
Yes, you got to get rid of some
not
folks.
designed to work with you, and it's not saying that you don't like that person. It's just that what you have, your offer, your expertise is designed to work with someone at whatever that X is, right? So they got
Right.
to believe that you believe in your ideal client enough that you're repelling the people that aren't a fit, that you might have a vetting process, that you don't take just anybody. How many of you want to work with a coach that literally works with everybody? Like, be
Right.
honest. Like, if you're like, oh, well, that coach works with everybody. No, you want to work with a coach that has some sort of screening process. If you join Deanna's community, you know that she has a vetting process. You want to network with people that have a vetting process. So they got to believe that you have some sort of client standard. And then three is they got to believe. Go ahead, because you had your church finger up.
I just want to make sure that you don't go. I thought you was going to go past ideal client. Keep going and then remind me about the money thing for ideal client.
No, go ahead with the money part.
Okay, people always want to say, I work with six-figure clients that do
Oh,
this, and I work with that. So
mm-hmm.
we had somebody last night who runs a VA, right? She runs a VA company.
Yeah.
And I go, okay. She goes, I work with six-figure. And I said, okay, here we go. I said, let's say, for example, you're going to work with me. And I am, yes, trust the process. You're going to work with me. And my average product that I sell is $500,000. Because she's like, well, normally if they're not making six figures, they can't work with me. I'm like, okay, I'm making $500,000. I charge $500,000 for every single solitary client that I bring in. Now, I might only be getting 5% revenue, but it's $500,000 per. Okay, great. So now we there. She's like, we there. And I'm like, all right. I said, the thing is, my processes are busted. All I know how to do is go out and sell. And I am
Mhm.
a complete asshole because I expect everything just to work, even though I have put absolutely no processes in place. And it ain't gonna get no better. And I'm hard to get a hold of, and I'm a shit communicator. And I'm like, you still want to work with me as a client? I could pay you.
Right.
I could pay you. I'm making $100,000 a month. I could pay you. But oh my God. And she's like, no. I said, okay, now take the money out of it and now describe your ideal client.
I'm glad that you reminded me to add that, because sometimes what we do is we add these descriptors almost
Right.
like from demographic standpoint. Well, I want somebody that's age 25 to 35 and she's a six-figure entrepreneur, blah blah blah. But think about as it relates to your service, your expertise. Now tell me who your ideal client is. What have they achieved? What type of transformation are they looking for? What have they already done in their life? What makes them a powerhouse? Like, stop thinking about just the checking the box.
Take
Oh,
out the, I would
that.
tell them, take out the KPIs, take out
Hmm.
the metrics, take out the, oh, they have to have six figures, they got to be between 45 and 50, they got to be black, they got to be female, they got to be green, they got to be blue. Take all that out.
Right.
Now if you can't use any of those descriptors, describe what they have achieved, describe why you want to work with them, and describe exactly why you don't want to work with them.
Right, exactly. Megan said that we got her all together last night with the visionary leaders. Thank
Hi
you,
Megan, you
Megan, for
good? I'm
this.
so glad you're good this morning. You
Yes,
know.
I thank you for trusting the process. Hey, Danielle. So yes, and so the third thing that when somebody's scrolling your feed, they gotta believe about you is that you're gonna elevate their game. that you are
Hmm.
going to actually provide them a transformation that makes their life better, depending on what your expertise is, makes their business better, depending on what your expertise is. And it's okay to pick one transformation. Don't feel like you got
That
to, like,
part.
I'm going to change your whole life. No, you're not. Like, no, you're not. Like, I'm going
Oh
to,
my
you know,
God.
help
Yes.
you achieve your, reach your legacy. No, you're not.
No,
Like,
you're
stop
not.
picking out these really
Can
big,
we do, can we talk about
one thing.
that in regards to that branding thing last night and the photography thing last night?
Yes.
Because this was big. And listen, I was not trying to hurt people's feelings. And I got to be 100%. I'm still gonna give 1,000% shout out to Amani, because Amani was like, no, 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 tighten me all up. Tighten
Yes.
me
She
all up.
like,
And I'm
that's why
like,
I'm here. So let's
and I'm
roll.
like, because sometimes we'll say stuff and I know it sounds like we're trying to be harsh, but we're not trying to be harsh, but we don't want to waste time and we're trying to be very direct. Okay.
Mhm.
So so we, and I'll use Amani, but I also use photographers, because
Mhm.
photographers and branding people are notorious for this. And I'm just gonna call y'all out. They'll be like, I use my branding to help you scale your business. This is what we hear all the time. I'm gonna help
Mhm.
you scale your business. Now let's play this backwards. If I want to scale my business, am I calling a branding person
Right.
or a photographer?
Likely not.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And so
Likely
it
not.
doesn't make sense. What you put on the back end, you got to flip that around and go, hey, my customer wants to scale their business. If Chanel came to me and said, girl, you know what, we really got to scale our business, I'm like, we should get a photographer.
Yeah. No. That's
No.
one piece of the pie.
Right.
And one thing that came up when we were chatting about that though is, as as women, I'll say as women, because just because I don't know from a male standpoint, we got to be okay with that. What we offer is enough. Because I feel
Right.
like sometimes we're like, well, I can, help you grow and scale your business and help you create more impact and help you create a legacy, because we think that what we offer as something as literally as simple but yet as powerful as I can help you create a brand that attracts new dream clients is not enough. So then we start
Right.
adding in all of this extra stuff, and then at the sake of us being like super clever and really cutesy and really broad, our ideal client is like, well, she ain't talking to me. This offer is not
Right.
for me. So let me
And
just
it
keep
sounds like you're not telling me the truth.
right.
It really sounds like you're lying to me, quite honestly, when you're like, I'm going to help you scale your brand. I'm like, first of all, I now know you don't know what scaling means.
And that was what I was gonna say. It's not even that I don't believe you. It is now your inexperience is starting to pop out a little bit.
100% show through.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now I know you don't know what you're talking about. Because now I know you don't know what scaling means.
Yeah.
When what I really need you to do is help my timeline catch on fire with some photos that do some real market attraction.
Yeah.
That part.
Somebody
That
should take a note on that one, because that one I'm gonna see that in somebody's big viral promise. I promise that's
right.
gonna pop up. That's gonna pop up on somebody's timeline later.
They're like, rewind that one time. Just go back real quick. Somebody,
Right.
somebody needs to type in the comments like hashtag rewind two
Right.
minutes from here if you are a
Timestamp.
photographer.
Yes.
Timestamp right here.
Dr. Biden says try not to be harsh, but it hurts in a good way that made me better. See, it's all
Dang,
done
Dr.
in
Biden.
love, because we said it earlier. I'll say it again. We see some brilliant,
Oh my
brilliant
God.
women on our timeline, powerhouses. Like, y'all have are degreed, have are just out there doing the doggone thing, and then really seriously with just some few tweaks, some guidance, and a framework of how you are attracting your clients, you could just be that much more. But
Right.
sometimes people don't want the feedback, or they're like, well, you know, I don't want that harshness. Well, would you rather
Right.
be harsh out on the streets, or would you rather be harsh in a safe
right.
space?
And here's the thing. I don't really blame them, because at the end of the day, here's what's really happened. You've gone and gotten all the pieces from all these different people in regards to how to put your puzzle together. So
Hmm.
you've gotten all these pieces, and now you're trying to take all these pieces from all these different puzzles and put them together. And what's happening is you got 500 pieces from here and 100 pieces from here and 25 pieces from here, and then you're like, I don't know why this stuff don't work. because they're all separate puzzles, separate puzzle. It doesn't work together.
Right.
And so then you start thinking, oh, that person used scale in their language, so I must have to use scale in my language. And that person over there used grow, so I got to use grow. And then it must be about making money because
Mhm.
everybody wants to make more money. And I'm
Yes.
like, if you came to me and tried to sell me, and I've said this before, people with money ain't really worried about money. They're not thinking about money. That's not what's on their mind.
Right.
When Chanel and I talk about stuff, we don't actually talk about, excuse me, money. We talk about other things, lead generation strategies, right? We talk. So if somebody said, I'm going to use a lead generation strategy to help you scale your business, and I'm like, no, you're not. But if you had a lead generation strategy that would drive more qualified clients, that would be way more interesting to me, right? And
Right.
so people are like, oh, because it's going to make you more money, make you more money, make you more
Mhm.
money. Stop doing the secondary and tertiary jumps. Stop saying, but if they took my pictures and if they did this and if they did that,
Mhm.
then, and I'm
Right.
like, yo, you like 5 steps out, girl. They got to do all that work, right? And I'm like, yes. And if the sun didn't raise tomorrow and if there was a zombie apocalypse, I would be okay because I know how to handle that. I watch Walking Dead, right? Like, y'all, it's too many ifs. No,
Right.
what is the shortest distance from what you offer and what they're going to achieve?
Yes. And know
That's what
that
you
that
need.
is the transformation, and that is enough.
It is more than enough.
It
It is
is,
what they want.
and it's actually quite powerful to just in the simplicity of it, in the conciseness of it. It is enough.
It is
It
more than enough. And
is
it's what they
enough.
want.
Yeah.
And it's what they want, quite honestly. I'm not going and hiring, and I'm harping on this because I see it so much and it's so frustrating. I'm not hiring a branding person to help me scale my business. Hiring a branding person or a photographer to set my timeline on fire so I could, have better market attraction. I'm
Hmm.
hiring a financial person to ensure that they can tell me where I could take the greatest risk and get the greatest rewards in my business.
Right.
That's what I'm not hiring them to do. Honestly, I'm not hiring them to do bookkeeping.
Right.
Like, I could do that. It might not be great, but I could do that. I'm
Mhm.
looking for somebody to do those things. I'm hiring someone who's in legal to tell me how I could go all the way up to the edge of the line and win. Like,
Mhm.
what's that? What is it? What can I get away with
Asking for a
legally?
friend. Look,
Look, asking
asking.
for a friend, asking for a friend, asking for a friend. What can I get away with? And how can I protect myself while getting away with some of these things?
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for. And people they get too like far out there.
Yep. Yep. So let's calm on the
All right.
cutesiness and the cleverness. Not saying that your words don't have to be fire, but it has to be
They do.
clear. It has to be
It has to be
it has to
clear.
be clear. Hang
Yes.
on, there is a question. Can you give good verbiage for coaches that can use? I think for coaches that can use. So
What kind of
Dr.
coaching?
Bonnie, good verbiage for coaches. It depends. So you have to know what it is you deliver. You have to know if you are making your clients' lives easier, if you're helping them make money, or if you're helping them do something faster. So first, you got to start there because in terms of verbiage, it all depends on what your promise is and with the transformation that you're going to give your ideal client.
And
And
who that ideal client is and what
yeah,
they want.
and I was just about to say, and what they want. So we could give you something, but if it's not what your clients want,
It's not gonna work.
then you're still out there kind of, putting pieces together that don't make sense.
hmm And
All
that's why we put this. And that's why we put this summer camp together
right. Mm-hmm.
because y'all June, right? We hit the second half of the year once July 1st come around. So we're like, hey, how can you hit to the second half of the year on fire? Like, seriously, how can you set that on fire? Because right now, what we're seeing is here we are in 2023, and we're watching people go, no matter how many of these master classes we do and how much we're bringing it all together, they're not bringing it all together quickly enough.
Right.
So instead of you going week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, whatever, we're like, nah, it's 3 days. It's
Yes.
3 hours per day for 3 days. And let me go ahead and be really clear about this 3 hours per day. That's the 3 hours you're gonna spend with us.
That part. And but I was actually gonna say with us, it's not we're gonna have you watch some videos. It's not, you going off and, reading a bunch of stuff and to interpret yourself. No, it's
Mm-mm.
3 sessions with us
And
asking
there will be
questions,
some pre-work, there will be
pre-work
some
for sure.
post-work. You will have access to us.
Your tech is,
No. My
what's
headset died. My headset died. My headset died. I
up?
was ready for it. I was here for it. You're gonna have
Now,
access
like,
to
can we
us.
take a pause for the eyeshadow glimmer? Now, I am interested in that product. That's really cute.
She's like, I'm sorry. What happened
Pause,
here?
right.
Okay, so I don't. So I mean, I know it looks like I put on a makeup. I'm actually going a lot of makeup. I'm actually going really slow. I really only have. I wear very few products. This is actually so. Watch. Y'all gonna be like, what?
Mm,
NYX CVS stuff? Yes, it's
that's
NYX.
cute.
I use this on the inside and I
Mhm.
use this on the outside. So that's like the brown. And
Yeah.
then this right here, this brown is actually just left over from that. That's that. And then for the lighter part, because there's the dark pink and then this
Mhm.
light pink that I blended in is this.
Very cute.
And you'll see this is gonna make a comeback in a second. But anyway, yes, that's
Mhm.
what that is.
That's very cute. Danielle said that we know all about the pre and the post work. So yes, there is pre work. There is some post work, but it's all for your business acceleration.
It's
So,
yeah, it's for your business foundation and what and it's not like you're gonna do that post work and you'd be like, oh, now I'm out here on this island all by myself and I have no answers.
mhm,
Now our back channels be on fire.
yes, yes, absolutely. Like if you don't have a answer to your question, that means you didn't ask it. That like point there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that means you did not ask it. Because if you got questions, we definitely have answers.
You got 27 experts and or 30 experts and three coaches sitting there ready to answer your question
Yes.
damn near 24 hours a day. So
Yeah.
if you ain't asked, you I mean if you ain't get an answer, you definitely did not ask.
Yes. So yeah. So June 20th, 21st, 22nd. 3 hours a day. It's virtual, so no buts. You can literally be at the beach in Jamaica. You can be in the car at kids soccer practice. We're gonna dig deep and nail your niche. Really get clear on your expertise. We are going to help you craft a scroll stopping big viral promise. So when people see you out on the internet or you are in a networking event and you introduce yourself, they like, hold up. First of all, that was fire. And second of all, what did you say you did? Because I need some of that, right?
Right.
Um, let's see, what else are we covering? We are also going to get you
30
to,
days worth of content.
yeah, 30 days of scroll stopping content.
A
So
master class that you a master class or a low ticket product that
mm-hmm,
you can actually sell from and is fire. I'm
yes.
so proud of people do master classes all the time and they
Mm-hmm.
sit there and teach and
Mm-hmm.
they teach their ass off and they don't understand and they'll watch me and they'll go, but you teach, and I'm like, but you got to know what to teach. It's not just about the teach. You got to know when to teach. You got to know when not to teach. You got to know what to teach and what not to teach.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to know how to turn it into an offer. Even know how to. You got to even know where and how to place your offer.
Right.
And I got to tell you, I was so proud of Myrna,
Yeah.
one of our clients the other day, because Myrna took our perfect pitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's your perfect pitch masterclass. She took our perfect pitch masterclass. She went and did the damn thing, and she said it was so hard not to do what I always do, which is teach.
Yep.
And she goes, but yeah, I turned it into sales like
Yes, turned it into
instantly.
sales. Yes, turned
And
it into sales.
I was so proud of her.
Yeah, Myrna has trusted the process and seeing the results. Ilika has trusted the process, seeing the
Ilika.
results. Carmela,
Wait, can we talk about Ilika though?
Ilika, yes. Shout out to Ilika.
Ilika don't just trust the process. Ilika is like, so hold up, this is what we doing right now? All right, give me like, okay, we finished because I gotta go and do a masterclass on this that I just did.
I
Like
forgot
she
about that.
literally,
She sure enough
remember?
did. She did. She came, she got the framework, she figured out the pricing, she knew what her offer was, and she was like, oh, peace out. I'll be back. I'm about to go practice this in real time. And
She went
I
upstairs.
think he made money doing it
She
too.
did. She came back and she said, we put together her new offer, and then she was like, okay, I'll be right back. She was at the man. She's like, all right, I'll be back, y'all. I gotta go upstairs and do the master class. And they're like, the one you just learned? She's like, that one. And she went upstairs, delivered it straight from the template, came back around and said, I got 2 people who signed up for my management retreat program coming up in September. I was like, go ahead.
Yep.
That is fire.
Yep.
See,
So
that's the thing, because people don't come to our stuff to write notes.
right. Not at all. They come to implement really and to take
Yeah,
action.
exactly.
Yep. So you'll have access to that perfect pitch template, the master class, so that you can sell. I know Deanna has actually used that perfect pitch with her corporate clients and
Yeah.
being able to upsell and look at revise her pricing from it. So the things that we're going to be doing over that 3-day period is not just you coming with a notebook full of stuff. It's literally building the foundation for you to set the tone and set the rest of your 2023 on fire.
Yeah, creating your signature offer.
Yep, creating your signature offer.
Yep. Because most people don't know what their signature offer is. They think it's a $97 a month membership. It's not. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it one more time. It's not your $97 membership.
No, it is not.
Yeah, I know y'all think it is. I'm sorry. It is not.
Nope, it is not. So her lips are almost done. We got 5 more minutes, and then I'll have a call with one of our other insiders that's killing it, Bree. So
oh my God,
if she happens to be watching it, but Bree's been trusting the process big time and seeing and reaping the rewards of it.
She hasn't. She fought the process at the beginning. She's like, but I'm good now. Yeah, I can call her out. She's fine.
Cool. So I'm gonna drop the link just in case. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat so that y'all will have it. It is FyreSavvySummerCamp.net. It is gonna be super fun, super interactive, super engaging, but more importantly, it's gonna set your business foundation literally on fire. So those big, hairy, audacious goals that you have for the rest of the year, you're like, okay, 2023 came in with a bang, but now like I'm recognizing that I got to put a few things in place. This is where you make that happen.
Yeah, if you haven't hit those numbers yet, you need this.
Okay, now what'd you just put on top? You put that elf on top? But what's the elf? Lips or eyes?
Both.
Okay. But it don't make your lips gritty.
Hmm?
It don't make your lips gritty.
Nah.
Cool. I like it. So what y'all think? Give us 5 stars on the makeup tutorial. The behind the scenes makeup tutorial.
How are we doing? Let's see.
Very cute. Yes, very cute. Perfect.
So and I get to go get my car now.
Nice. All right. So any parting words before we shut off and celebrate the rest of our Friday?
Look, the loneliest place you could be is an entrepreneur by yourself, quite honestly. It's really hard when you don't have people you can lean into. And people are always talking about having a group, having a team, all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You really do need a community. And what we do is quite different. And I know people say that, but we actually stand behind it. The best thing about this is the price point is ridiculously great. It's $12.50. If you are insider, by the way, this is already included because And honestly, I don't want to. I'm gonna let y'all know that coming up in July, I'm gonna start going to people's timeline and just straight up calling them out on the bullshit that I see. Because
and in July, it might as well start next week.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This is true. I don't need to wait. Because I'll tell you what just gets me. There is nothing worse that gets me that when I hear that stat that Chanel ruined my life with, that Black women entrepreneurs make $24,000 a year on average in their business. That is less than minimum wage if they worked a 40-hour week.
It's less than what we spend at DoorDash.
Girl. Like, what the hell did you take the leap for?
Right.
So anyway, yeah, no more of that.
No more of that. So Michael said, you've been the sales coach for his team 5 years. and he is the new director of business acquisition and client relations. Sales teams have been set on fire, records, all that good stuff. So I'm just saying.
Yep. And they just crossed a huge win yesterday. And Michael has been record breaking. Um I think he's broken records since like the second month or third month that he got there.
Mm. Okay, shout out to Michael killing it out
Oh,
in the
he killing
sales
it.
game.
Killing it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for tuning in with us. Makeup tutorial behind the scenes. Hopefully, y'all got some clarity on how to go out and how we put together our offers, thinking about our expertise, what we're super good at. We're thinking about our ideal and dream clients, but more importantly, what gaps can we fill? What do our clients want? What do they need so they can get to that, the transformation that they're looking for? So,
Absolutely.
y'all have an awesome rest of the day, and we will see y'all. The summer camp starts on June 20th, and we will see y'all there. Chat
I
with you
gotta
later.
go dry my hair.
All right.